Very good morning to all of you. Am I audible to all? So we will start with fiber optic communication subject in continuation with unit 4. Today we will be discussing regarding the remaining couplers. Already we have discussed coupled mode analysis of directional couplers, star couplers, optical switches we have discussed. Okay, so all the basic concepts of this unit we have discussed in our previous class. So now, in continuation with this, see we have n number of couplers. Depending on the application usage, inputs and outputs, we can use this coupler. So this is a directional coupler. Okay, where input power is this P0. We have discussed crosstalk also. Okay, earlier. That is very important parameter because that tells us the reflected light back into the different optic fiber. Okay, that means this is the loss crosstalk. So P0 is the input power, P1, P2. P1 is the throughput power, the output power. P2 is a coupled power due to this because we have coupled these optical fibers. This is my coupling region and this is my tapered region. Okay, and P3 is the reflected light back. So this is the crosstalk power generated due to that. So P3, P4 are extremely low. Coupling splitting ratio is given by P2 upon P1 plus P2. Split ratio. The power is splitted. P0 is the input power. P1 and P2 are the powers generated by this P0 power. Okay, if P1 equals to P2, we have seen a 3dB coupler. We have seen all this basic definition. This is my directional coupler diagram showing all the ports. Okay, you can draw this block diagram of directional coupler. Next, fused biconical tapered coupler. This fused biconical tapered coupler, it is fabricated by twisting together, melting and pulling together two single mode fibers. They get fused together over length W and tapered section is of length L. Significant decrease in V number in the coupling region. Energy in the core leak out and gradually couples into the second fiber. This is the fused biconical tapered coupler. You can write down the heading of this also. Then I will show you this is multi-hole directional coupler. Directional coupler, just the power is transferred from input to output. Okay, multi-hole means there are two output regions. There are two output regions. Okay, this is multi-hole directional coupler. This is again a multi-hole directional coupler. In our college also we have all these components in our microwave lab. Couplers, microwave test benches, waveguide structures, all these are physically present in that lab. Okay, coupler characteristics. Power ratio between both output can be changed by adjusting the draw length of a simple fused fiber coupler. It can be made a WDM demultiplexer. By using this couplers, we can construct WDM. Okay, multiplexers, demultiplexers we can construct. The example here is shown. 1300 nanometer will appear at output port P2 and 1515 nanometer will appear at output port P1. See students, we have seen this directional coupler P0, P1 and P2. So how much power will be coupled between this and this port, first and the second port? Okay, so that is shown over here. If I am operating my optical fiber at 1300 nanometer wavelength, so output P2 पे जो आउटपुट अवेलेबल होगा वो होगा हमारा मैक्सिमम आउटपुट 1300 नैनोमीटर पे, एंड आउटपुट एट पोर्ट P1 will be available at 1550 nanometer wavelength. However, suitable only for few wavelengths that are far apart, not good for DWDM. Couplers cannot be used nicely for DWDM. ठीक है, multiplexes and demultiplexes. Before this, I will tell you the basic concept of couplers and its classification. This is my optical fiber couplers, passive devices, ठीक है, which can be classified on the basis through where power transfer takes place in two categories. So two categories क्या है couplers की? Core interaction type, that means power will be radiated from core to core. Second is your surface interaction type. From the surface the power will be transmitted. ठीक है, so this is the general categorization of your couplers. You want to draw this basic diagram and you can write the types also. Now this you can see, so many optical fibers are coupled together, which tells you coupled mode analysis. So at the input side you are combining, ठीक है, all the inputs are combined together. All the inputs are combined, ठीक है, and at the output we are splitting all those. वापस हमने सारे को स्प्लिट भी किया है. This is again a variety of coupler. Y type of coupler where we have one input and two outputs. You can draw this. ठीक है, Y type of coupler is also called as tap coupler, which is having single input and two outputs. It is divided. Next is T coupler. You can draw this diagram. T coupler. Finished. We can cascade these structures also. Then we have star coupler जो हमने पहले भी देखा था. ठीक है, there are many types of star couplers which have multiple inputs and multiple outputs. ठीक है, input A, input B. This is the name of this device. If I want to purchase the star coupler, I want to go to the market, then I have to use its technical name. Okay, I can't say give me a coupler. Which type of coupler you want, how many inputs, how many outputs, what combinations you want, that you have to tell. Okay, you can design. See, it's not necessary for a star coupler that input and output will remain same. ठीक है ना, हमारे पास इनपुट 1 भी हो सकता है, आउटपुट में 4 भी हो सकता है. दैट इज अगेन माय स्टार कपलर. 2x2, 4x4 is a star coupler. Star coupler distributes the input power uniformly among the output fiber. Now types of star couplers are directional star coupler. ठीक है, this is the first type which mix optical signals from all inputs and then distribute them among all outputs as shown below. Star coupler का input A है, ठीक है, and it is dividing this input to all the outputs. Input B, again it is uniformly divided in all these outputs. It is 2:8. ठीक है, these are bidirectional devices because they also can transmit light in the opposite direction. This directional star couplers is made by fusing multiple fiber together. See, in your previous old syllabus, they had fusions, splicers, and many more topics were added in that syllabus. The fusing of two optical fiber means we are combining these two fiber, we are melting the ends and then we are fusing it. Okay, so that is fusing multiple fiber together. So what is the main key point of star coupler? That output signal introduced into any input port is distributed to all output ports. That is a key feature of your star coupler. This is non-directional star coupler. This is the second type. It takes input from all fibers and this then distribute them among all fibers, both input and output. Okay? In previous case, just all the inputs are collected and distributed among all outputs. Here what we are doing, it takes input from all the fibers and then distribute them among all fiber, both side. Output में भी distribute करेगा और input side में भी distribute करेगा. ठीक है? In a non-directional coupler, light going in any one port emerges from all ports including the input. This type of coupler doesn't have large demand, but they are available in the market. Non-directional coupler is made by reflecting the input light into all output ports. It has a mirror at the end because it is giving its power to input side also. So we have to connect a mirror. This type of fiber fusing, see, you can see fiber is twisted. Then it is fused or melted. Then we will get a tapered fiber over here, a single fiber. All the wavelengths will be coming through this region only. ठीक है? Advantages of star coupler. For networks with more than 3 or 4 terminals, using star coupler instead of cascaded T coupler has lower loss. ठीक है? If T हमने coupler देखा है, हम T को भी cascade कर सकते हैं. We can cascade T also. For networks with more than 3 or 4 terminals, if we use star coupler instead of cascaded T coupler, it will have a low loss. This is because a star coupler requires only one input connector and suffers only one excess loss. क्योंकि हम cascade में बहुत सारे connectors में connect करना पड़ेगा, तो every connector will add to some loss. ठीक है? So star couplers are much more better. This is a tree coupler. Tree couplers are also called 1 cross n couplers. In exam, they can ask you T couplers, 1 cross n couplers, directional couplers, star couplers. So you can define all these things. ठीक है? Tree couplers distribute. अब इसका क्या डायग्राम है? You can see 1 input, m outputs, n inputs, 1 output. So we can have reverse combination 1 cross n or n cross 1. ठीक है? The IC, the device name for this is 30NV M087 SMTC. इससे पहले भी हमने एक और इसका स्टार कपलर का देखा था. That was 30NV M086. ठीक है? That was for star coupler. See, whenever we have to go to market, if I want to design some hardware, I want to purchase the components. ठीक है? There are n number of components. So depending on specific application, your usage, your requirement, you have to select your own device. तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे? हम Google करेंगे. हमारी जो requirements है, that we will put, that we will search. Then we will get the list of devices. बहुत सारे tree couplers है, but out of those we have to select our one. So that needs lot of research and study. So for that we should know the name of this devices also. ठीक है? तो tree coupler में क्या हो रहा है? It's like a tree. This is my main stem. These are the branches at the output. Tree coupler distributes the input power uniformly among the output fibers. ठीक है? And similarly, all these are combined to give only one output. ठीक है? Most common configurations are 1 cross 4, 2 cross 16, 2 cross 4, and they have many usages. WDM couplers. These are the wavelength division multiplexer couplers, separate optical signals according to their wavelength. यहाँ क्या होता है? Depending on the input wavelengths, ठीक है, it is transmitting the signal. They look like 1 cross 2 T coupler. It's a T coupler only, 1 input, 2 outputs. ठीक है? But they do not just split the power blindly, but rather split into 2 different wavelengths into 2 outputs. such as they will decide कि 1310 and 1550 nanometer wavelengths are separated. ठीक है, input power से it will select and it will separate those wavelengths. WDM couplers are used to separate wavelengths transmitted for different purpose to the same fiber, such as separating the light pumping and optical amplifier from the amplified signal. They should block wavelengths from entering the wrong output port. So this is WDM coupler. So now we will again see what is multiplexer and demultiplexer. You can write down the next heading as multiplexers and demultiplexers. And you can mention what multiplexers are. In order to implement a WDM based system, a multiplexer is required at the transmitting end to combine optical signals from several sources into a single fiber. And a demultiplexer is needed at the receiving end to separate the signals into appropriate channels. Any wavelength division multiplexer can also be used as a multiplexer by simply exchanging the input and output directions. You have seen TDM, FDM, okay? In many applications we are using. Can you tell me the applications of TDM, where we are using TDM, FDM in your radio devices? Which kind of? Can you suggest me, a student, what are the applications of TDM and FDM? Where we are using and why we are using this WDM? For analog digital communication, we generally used TDM circuits, time division multiplexing. And what are its application? कोई बता सकता है? हाँ बेटा. In telephone networks, we use TDM. In digital transmission, for telephone conversation, we use. In pulse code modulation, we are using this TDM. And what about FDM, frequency division multiplexing? In radios, television broadcasting, cable televisions, when we want to transmit simultaneously all the signals, all different frequencies, then I will use this FDM. Okay, so here to transmit optical light, we will use WDM technology. Okay, any optical multiplexer receives many wavelengths from many fibers. What is the role of multiplexer? It will receive many number of wavelengths from many fibers and converges them into one beam that is coupled into a single fiber. All will be coupled together, then they will be transmitted. An optical demultiplexer, what it will do, receives a beam consisting of multiple optical frequencies from a fiber and separates it into frequency components which are directed to separate fibers. So here we will use couplers first to transmit the wavelength, then we have to split this wavelengths also. But WDM couplers we will use over here. Okay, so this is the role of multiplexer and demultiplexer. And how we can separate, ये तुमने पहले भी पढ़ा होगा शायद 12th में, by using prisms we can separate the frequencies, light energies. Prisms and diffraction gratings can be used to achieve these functions in either direction. In both of these devices, a polychromatic parallel beam impinging on the surface is separated into frequency components, leaving the device at different angles. You can see all different fibers are radiating the energy, light energy. Okay, a prism is placed, all this will be combined at single angle and a single beam will be generated. Then this beam, so this is, you can say, a multiplexing technique, okay, where you can get a single wavelength and then this will be transmitted through the single optical fiber. ठीक है? So based on different refraction prism or different diffraction grating of different wavelengths, we can design a WDM. See why students are joining so late in the class. So clear this. Then add drop multiplexer. We have seen wavelength selective devices में हमने multiplexer demultiplexers देखे थे simple. Then add drop. What is the role of this add drop multiplexer? Multiplexers and demultiplexer are the components designed for WDM system. पूरा एक मुझे wavelength division multiplexer system बनाना है, उसके key components है multiplexers and demultiplexers. ठीक है? Multiplexer combines several optical signals at different wavelength into a single fiber. Demultiplexer separates a multiplicity of wavelengths in a fiber and directs them to many fibers. ठीक है? So the optical add drop multiplexer, what it does? It does if in the communication system, while we are transmitting the signal, I want that it should remove the one signal with this particular wavelength of 900 nanometer. There are n number of wavelengths traveling through that device, but I just want to remove one wavelength signal. ठीक है? So what I will do, I will design a whole system again. Initially it was the case कि अगर मैंने एक फिक्स सिस्टम बना लिया है तो उसमें उतने ही वेवलेंथ्स ट्रैवल करेगी, उतनी ही लाइट एनर्जीज ट्रैवल करेगी. यू कांट चेंज देम, यू कांट मॉडिफाई देम अकॉर्डिंग टू our suitability. So now we have designed this function of add drop multiplexer where we can selectively remove a wavelength from the multiplexer. ठीक है? Then we can add the same wavelength but with different data. We can use, we can remove, we can add. ठीक है? So this is add drop multiplexer. So these are typical diagrams of optical multiplexers, demultiplexers, and switch. Two wavelength signals splitted at the output. These are combined. This is multiplexer, demultiplexer, add drop. Multiplexer में drop कर रहे हो, demultiplexer में you're adding the wavelength. Then this is the switch. Which signal is to be passed, which should be stopped, that can be decided by this optical switch. Okay, so this is, if you want to draw, I will give you 2 minutes, draw it. Finished. So variety of couplers we have discussed. Now we will discuss one electro-optic switch and I will show you the contents from the book also. A very good standard book of fiber optic communication. Here the concepts of WDM and DWDM is shown, that we will see later on. These are the passive components, coupler, and these are required for development of WDM systems. ठीक है? ये हम सब पढ़ चुके हैं. I am just telling you that all these things, the presentation which I am preparing are from standard books only. Power couple, the length, coupling length, this derivation is important. You can write down in your copy. This I have shown you also. उसी पे based एक numerical है directional coupler का. A directional coupler uses two identical single mode fiber. Determine the interaction length so that the input power P0 is divided equally at the two output ports. ठीक है? तो P0 is the input power which is equally divided. P1 equal to P2 is equal to P0 by 2. ठीक है? Then we have this power equation sin square KL is equals to half. दिस इज माई पावर साइन स्क्वायर, ठीक है। P0 क्या है मेरा, हाफ. So I'm using this equation 11.2 and I can find out the KL. This gives the interaction length L to be equal to pi by 4 times K. Pi by 4 K. Note that such a coupler can act as a power divider. Power divider is one of the application. Coupling ratio हमने देखा था, ठीक है. Excess loss, insertion loss. We have seen all these parameters. Again, a numerical is there on this basis. Now, multiplexers and demultiplexers. Right now, we have completed this topic. This you can see a little bit different structure for multiplexing and demultiplexing. Interference filter demultiplexing employing a conventional micro lenses and GRIN rod lenses. These lenses are used fiber and this is your device where these lenses are placed and we can multiply or divide or split the wavelengths coming from this input fiber. And this is a traditional way where we use different convex lenses to radiate different wavelength energies. This is again a demultiplexer. This is your demultiplexer, which we will see later on. So now we will continue with the topic, that is electro-optic switch. So we all know it is a traditional switch that connect optical fiber lines, which are known as electro-optic. They convert photons from the input side to electrons internally in order to do the switching, and then convert back to photon on the output side. We have seen optical conversion and all, okay? OEO conversion we have seen. Now, this is a type of optoelectronic switch, gallium arsenide electro-optic directional coupler switch. ठीक है, electro-optic directional coupler EDC, you can say gallium arsenide EDC. So, in which the fraction of light coupled from one waveguide channel to the other can be controlled by an applied electric field. I want to control the signal flowing from one end to another end by using switch. The switch is again a type of directional coupler. Now we will study your optical amplifier. What is an optical amplifier? Why we needed these amplifiers? And what is its role in fiber optic communication? Okay, students, what is an amplifier? Please write down your answer in the chat box. What is an amplifier? Yes, please write down. क्या समझ में आता है एम्पलीफायर वर्ड से? Not a single student is answering. Increase in the gain of signal, increasing the amplitude. Very good, Avantika, Amisha. ठीक है, ये तो हो गया हमारा basic amplifier. What is the significance of optical amplifier? That this optical amplifier will solely work in the optical domain. ठीक है, with no interconversion of photons to electrons. ठीक है, therefore instead of using, see, regenerators were the device which previously we used for regenerating the optical signal. ठीक है, we use repeaters, ठीक है, which require optoelectronic devices for source and detectors. ठीक है, but optical amplifiers are placed at intervals along a fiber link to provide linear amplification of the transmitted optical signals. ठीक है, regenerators and repeaters were the substitution for optical amplifiers. Initially we used those, but they perform again optoelectronic switching. ठीक है, for both source and detector side. So here what we are doing, we are replacing this by amplifiers. And where we will put these amplifiers? These amplifiers are placed at intervals along a fiber link, and they will provide linear amplification. And this is a very simple application, and it's a very simple solution for amplification. Here we use a single inline component which can be used for any kind of modulation. Here we are having devices which are bidirectional also, optical amplifiers. So now we will discuss this optical amplifier. Boosting of an optical signal without any conversion of the light into an electrical signal. This is the important parameters, because initially we use regenerators and repeaters. They used to perform this conversion. So what is the benefit of optical amplifiers? It will directly amplify the light energy. It won't convert that light energy into electrical energy. ठीक है, सबने लिख ली हेडिंग एंड डेफिनेशन. So why we are using optical amplifier? What are its advantages? These are mentioned over here. So an optical amplifier is a device which amplifies optical signal directly without ever changing it to electricity. Reasons to use optical amplifiers are reliability, flexibility, wavelength division multiplexing, low cost. So many applications are there. Okay, that's why we can directly design operational this optical amplifier, or we can use this very easily. So what are the variety and types of optical amplifier? There are 3 to 4 types of optical amplifier, and in your syllabus I think these 2 topics we have to discuss, or EDFA is mentioned in your syllabus. So we are having first categorization as semiconductor optical amplifiers. ठीक है, SOA. Second is your erbium doped fiber amplifier, that is EFA. And the third is your Raman fiber amplifiers. And all these amplifiers provides wider spectral bandwidth. Hence, these optical amplifiers lend themselves to the application involving WDM. Okay, we had Brilliant fiber amplifier also. Brilliance fiber amplifier provides you a very narrow spectral bandwidth. Okay, so these are the variety of amplifiers. Now we will see the basic diagram of fiber amplifier. You can draw this diagram in your copy. I think headings apne likh li, advantages, variety of optical amplifiers, then this diagram. So what are the basic requirement of optical amplifier? That while in communication system, you should receive a very high signal gain, wider bandwidth performance, high saturated output power, minimal noise generation. So for all these reasons, we are using optical amplifiers. Fiber amplifiers have become essential components for high performance communication system. Although the performance amplifier have significantly different performance characteristics, some of which do not match those obtained with SOAs. So here we are having input signal, output signal, In between, I am using a fiber amplifier. What it will do, it will amplify the gain. What for that, what I will do, I will use a coupler, I will use an optical pump which will pump some external photon energy so that the original signal will gain a higher potential to move forward. Okay, there will be low loss if I will use fiber amplifiers at appropriate length of optical fiber while communication from one end to other end. All fiber amplifier devices have spectral bandwidths. Center wavelengths are largely defined by the atomic structure. So it is a high power solid state or semiconductor laser which is combined for pumping. We have seen that laser requires pumping action externally. Okay, to boost the fiber light produced or generated. So here in amplifier process also we are using optical pumping. So here you can see traditional optical communication system capacity limited by speed of electronic circuits. Initially we had so large component size, losses were very high, transmission speed was very low. Okay, so this is a traditional and we use repeaters. You can see to compensate loss compensation repeaters at every 20 to 50 kilometers. And repeater क्या करता था? Repeater सबसे पहले optical signal, it used to take the optical signal as an input, which will convert it into electronic signal. Again, it will convert into optical signal. So it's a time consuming process as well as the device's requirement was much higher. Because for designing a repeater, we need many components. ठीक है, so this 20 to 50 kilometers पे एक मुझे repeater connect करना पड़ता था. Thousands of kilometers light can propagate from one end to another end. ठीक है, but I have to use repeaters in between the optical fibers. ठीक है, so this is a conventional diagram which is showing you how system capacity is limited by speed of electronic circuits. But nowadays, these repeaters, regenerators are replaced by optical amplifiers. So, classification हम पढ़ चुके हैं, SOA, EDFA, Raman. ठीक है, optical fiber amplifiers are now the most common type, one of the most successful optical processing function. Also, it is used as a building block of DWDM systems. ठीक है? So optical amplifier function, this is the transmitter, this is the receiver. We are using different power booster circuits. In between transmission and reception, amplifier कैसे function करेगा? It uses three types to enhance the power. Power booster, inline amplifier, and then pre-amplifier. Power booster is required because at the transmitter side, when I'm transmitting the signal, at certain amount of distance, certain length of distance, the energy will be attenuated, power will be lost. So I will give a power boosting. Likewise, we are having a booster dose of this corona also now. Initially, we are having Covishield, Covaxins. Okay, if 6 months, after 6 months of those doses, we are requiring a booster dose also. ठीक है ना? So likewise here also we are having a power booster to amplify this basic signal. We are using inline amplifier. This boosted signal will be traveled through this amplifier. We have seen operational amplifier, BJT as amplifiers. So we will use inline amplifier to amplify this light energy. Then a pre-amplifier is used before receiving the original signal. So loss of information will not take place, noise will be added, internal noise will be added. Okay, because we are using some external components. But it will provide a great amplification, wider bandwidth, and it's very reliable to use optical amplifiers. So I think you have drawn this diagram. Classification हम पढ़ चुके हैं and it depends on the wavelength. ठीक है? EDFA works at a 1500 to 1600 nanometer band. SOA works at from very low bandwidth, 400 to 2000 nanometer. Now we will see semiconductor optical amplifiers. You can draw this diagram. Semiconductor optical amplifier. Finished. See, this kind of structures we have drawn earlier also. Laser structures. So it is generally that concept is used. It is based on conventional semiconductor laser structure where the output phases reflectivities are between 30 and 35 degree, which is not shown in this diagram. And this semiconductor optical amplifiers can be used in both non-linear and linear modes of operation. Okay, and various types of SOA may be distinguished, including the resonant or Fabry Perot amplifier, which is an oscillator biased amplifier. See students, I think traveling wave tubes और पढ़ लिया है क्या तुम लोगों ने माइक्रोवेव में? So that concept is also applied over here. Traveling wave amplifiers and Fabry Perot amplifiers uses that Fabry Perot resonators, which we have discussed in your laser topic. So this is an amplifier. Signal is getting in, signal is getting out. Amplified signal out. Active layer, confining layers, P-type, N-type, then P-type, N-type substrate, and this is metal contact. So this is a basic SOA. And generally in exam, EDFA is asked to you. Erbium doped. Finish student this diagram. हम दो formulas भी लिख लेंगे SOA based. If all have finished this. Finished. Just 2 minutes are left, student. So please write down this formula of refractive index. Which is given by N. Write down the refractive index of the active medium. Circuit diagram we have drawn. ठीक है ना? The refractive index of the active medium at the peak gain wavelength is given by this formula. 2 del lambda L. Lambda is the wavelength, L is the length. And mode spacing. See students, we have seen the resonator properties that it will resonate. It will give you many number of fundamental modes while the light will be traveled. ठीक है, different fundamental modes will be generated at different wavelengths. So Fabry Perot amplifier gives you such type of output. ठीक है, and del क्या है? Is a mode spacing between these two. Del is the mode spacing which is generally given in nanometer. ठीक है, and peak gain wavelength. Then next formula, 3 dB spectral bandwidth. Three dB spectral bandwidth is given by, you can write down, which is given by, write down the formula, C upon 2NL. ऐसा formula हमने पहले भी देखा था. Now sine inverse, in bracket you can write 1 minus under root R1 R2 GS. See, we are not going towards the derivation of this. I am directly telling you the formula for numerical. ठीक है. So all these parameters will be given to you in the question. R1, R2. You can write down. Formula लिख लिया सबने, I think. Write down. R1 and R2 are the input and output phase-set reflectivities. We have seen this reflectivities in your Fabry-Perot resonators. ठीक है ना? R1 and R2 are the input and output phase-set reflectivities. And GS is a single pass gain. GS is a single pass gain. ठीक है? All other parameters will be given to you and you can find out the 3 dB spectral bandwidth of SOA amplifier which uses an uncoded FPA. ठीक है ना? Which uses an uncoded FPA, which is a property of the reflectivities of mirror. ठीक है? FPA, Fabry-Perot amplifier. ठीक है ना? So don't get confused. What is FPA? FPA is used in SOA. We are designing an amplifier which uses this FPA, that is Fabry-Perot amplifier. ठीक है? Which uses a Fabry-Perot cavity where we used mirrors at the ends. ठीक है? And it will use to amplify the photon energy. So numerical can be asked on this topic. ठीक है? So here we will finish up this SOA topic. Now we will move ahead to discuss EDFA. So in next class we will discuss this EDFA. So if you have any doubt, query, you can ask. So we'll stop the class over here. In next class we will discuss new things.